He got little ass hands.
You ever seen a man's soul leave his body? You have now. So, about 5 months ago, decided, let's take a peek into this whole Trump phone thing, because they're long overdue on delivering this golden phone that'll reinvent my understanding of what it means to deliver a phone call and, I don't know, ask Grok to put me in a bikini on my mobile device. And, well, that started a bit of a snowball effect where I got really wrapped up in the whirlwind of trying to get my hands on this fucking mythical device. I would probably have better odds of finding a real-life Dragon Ball than a T1 device. Anyway, I don't need to regurgitate the lore for how we got here. Point is, there's been a new development, a huge disaster, and I mean this isn't a meme, I'm not being exaggeratory. What's unfolded is a complete fucking catastrophe. There is a massive security problem with TrumpMobile.com that has led to thousands of customers getting a big cock in their mouth.
I'm making this video to let you know that Trump...
What the fuck did you think was gonna happen, bro? You know how many companies this nigga has that has crashed and burned? Oh, man.
Mobile.com is leaking customer information, and I know that because, sadly, I am one of those customers whose mailing address...
Oh! Yo! I love this for you guys. God damn. Oh, man. This was the dumbest idea ever. You know what's so crazy too? It's like, I try not to be a hater on everything. I do try to support a good idea. I don't think anything Trump does is a good idea. So I will throw that out there. Because y'all say it 1 minute, some time ago, y'all said, oh, he fixed the economy, he did all this and that. Just for him to do a goddamn 720 and destroy our goddamn economy. Y'all gotta be kidding. Yo, I thought you were smarter than this, bro.
Email address, everything short of credit card number is being leaked via a security exploit that I'm not going to go into too much detail to explain, but it's not complicated.
Yeah, being a proud customer of Trump Mobile here, trying to get my paws on that T1 device, has put me on the hook here of this security vulnerability. So this individual had sent me an email, as well as CoffeeZilla, as well as a lot of other customers, about this vulnerability that they discovered on the Trump Mobile website, which allowed them to access every piece of customer information except credit card number. That seems to be like the only thing that they weren't able to like look at there, but everything else was just right out there frolicking, and they were able to look at it and were able to prove that this wasn't some hoax, that they actually did have this big security breach that they were able to get all this information from. Basically, they have the whole kit and caboodle of everything Trump Mobile. They got them by the titties.
I'm not gonna lie, low-key, like, I want to say, I forgot this dude's fucking name. You can tell how much I don't watch people like him too often. He is here and there funny. It makes good, but like, I be forgetting this nigga's name, bro. Like, I just don't watch him. But like, this Trump phone shit is so crazy. Hold on, just real quick. I gotta check out these comments. Breaking news: the ocean is water. Facts. Wouldn't it be funny if I touched that hornet's nest? At least you got an ethical hacker. That's facts. My Trump phone is coming. So my Trump phone isn't coming and information got leaked. Yeah, how the fuck did... You ain't even got the phone yet and your information got leaked. God damn.
Squeeze it on the honkers. And they were able to provide a lot of information about it, as well as like divulging the method, which neither CoffeeZilla nor myself will get into, but it is a big whoops-a-daisy that needs fixing. So CoffeeZilla and myself, as well as this individual, have reached out to Trump Mobile in every possible avenue we could find to put this on the radar for them to fix it, because this is a huge issue. All of us have been met with radio silence. This individual does not appear to be some kind of like malicious bad actor trying to use this for some kind of nefarious purposes. This is someone that has actively been trying to get it fixed, and then when he's been met with nothing but crickets from Trump Mobile, as well as a couple of other outlets that he reached out to, that's when he reached out to myself, CoffeeZilla, and multiple other people as well that were customers here, victims of this security flaw. So since no one from the official Trump Mobile team is receptive to this kind of alert, what else is there to do besides just make this video and CoffeeZilla's video publicly talking about it, so that way maybe they can, see it and fix it, because this is a huge problem. And this should hopefully dissuade other people from purchasing a Trump Mobile device, because it is...
You should have been smarter, bro. You should have never, ever put your money there. Man, if Trump came out with a goddamn roll of toilet paper, I'm not buying that toilet paper, bro. You might end up with glass in your ass.
Not safe to do so right now. It is actually dangerous. It has a huge security issue.
I mean, exactly how it works was explained to me. I'm not a computer expert, but even I can understand the mechanics of it, meaning it's very low-hanging fruit. Basically, this past weekend, I was reached out to among many other people who have Trump Mobile accounts to let us know that our
Long story short, I found a vulnerability in the Trump fiberglass boot in the Trump T1 mobile pre-order website and gained the ability to both place fake orders while also to scrape and search the entire How the fuck? What? Yo.
identification was being served up. This was by somebody who said they had no interest in doxing me, but they just wanted to let me know that this was happening. This person had my order information, my mailing address. They had other people's information as well that they shared with me just to prove it was real. Of course, blurring out the actual address data. From what I can tell, the person who contacted
Bro, look, bro. Imagine this. All you people who voted for Trump and felt like this was your man. This is what you deserve. God. Thank God. All of y'all are stupid.
me, they're just interested in getting this fixed. They contacted the Trump Mobile team. They didn't respond.
Bro, I fucking swear, the Trump Mobile, the T1 device is like the mummy's curse. It brings nothing but misery and plague. Like, everything Trump touches is literally the cheese touch. Holy fuck, man. I bought the phone as a joke just to see, A, if it would ever actually come out, and B, if it does release, if it's any good whatsoever, like what actually even gets served to me. And as a result, now I get butt-fucked. This is the President of the United States, man. Just the concept of this would be something that people would insult and critique if they saw it in some kind of, like, satirical context in, like, a show or a movie. Because it's so over-the-top stupid. The fucking president of this country has a company, and it's had many companies that are complete fucking shams.
Yeah.
But this one in particular is not only extremely shady and unable to deliver anything that it has been hyping up and taking orders for so long, but also has a security flaw that is actually disastrous for the customers. It's just unthinkable. So you can't trust your information with the president. Something.
Alright, maybe I was too tough on him. Maybe I was too tough. He says he did this as a joke. Let me dial myself back a little bit. Because let me tell you, I ain't gonna lie, Trump made me mad as shit. Like, it's not even to be big, like, oh my God, I hate Trump. Like, he's just like, no, bro. It's just the things he has done it's just taken us back so freaking much, man. Like, and I don't care how many, like, there's so many people who like to be like, oh, he fixed, like, the country was being, the country was being, what is it? Let me see. The country was being like, what did they say? We were being fucked. The country was being used. Like, they were just using all these things where it's like, I never heard any of y'all say this shit until Trump said it, which was weird. And then even then too, it's like, y'all are talking about somebody fixing something where they don't fully understand that there's always, for one, a power balance, and not even just that. There's checks and balances for a reason. Somebody needs to check your fucking work to make sure you're not fucking up. And all he has done is fucked up. So since he's been trying to destroy that power, the checks and balances of the United States, and basically how everything is supposed to function, we've lost just basic necessity groundwork that had been laid out. And yes, it was not perfect, but it did keep some things running. Now, some things needed to be cut and gutted? Of course they do. That just happens over time. But for anybody to have trusted someone who literally has companies that have crashed and burned to run a country that can, little did you know, do the same goddamn thing, it can crash and burn, we're fucked. Well, I don't know. I feel like honestly at this point, bro, we're in real life Squid Games. You either gonna do what you gotta do to make it do what it do, or you just gonna be one of the players who get X'd out. Because even if you don't get that big bag at the end, nigga, you need to go chase that bread. Like, what? Don't play with it. And it just sucks because he's right. It's the president of the United States. You would expect something better. But at this point, it sounds like he knew what he was getting into. So I can say that. You know what I'm saying? Two, I also do wish he would have waited a little bit longer simply because if I was buying a phone, bro, it's like pre-ordering a new iPhone and then Apple tell you like their whole shit got done in. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Like, I've never heard of this. Now, we have heard of, I mean, they've had Bank of America and there was another big, I think Ticketmaster, like, people do these, but your phone information, your address, your mailing address, card information, well, he said just shorter card information, but even so still, this is just, it's dangerous. Dealing with the president, you know, even doing this as a joke has become dangerous for you because you are a pretty famous person. And if this guy can do it, who knows how many people have also taken the time to go back and do it and see what they could find. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is and I'm glad I've never trolled this hard because, boy, do you know how fucking freaked out I would be for somebody to have all that information? Jeez.
That is backed by the President of the United States of America. Like, I knew this whole thing was a bunch of articles, like everything with the T1, just another one of Trump's endless money-grabbing ploys, like the Trump Bible and all that, but I would have never expected it to be this much.
Wait, that was real? Oh, shit.
Of an absurd, throbbing headache. I'm porky pigging right now. It's just so annoying.
We have received no response from the official team. So basically how we feel is there's a public interest in letting people know, do not order on TrumpMobile.com unless you're ready for your information to be leaked. It's basically that bad. And also raises concerns given that Trump Mobile is offering a cellular service. I don't know how much of a view they would have into people's browsing histories, call history, location data, but I would assume.
Hold on, he's offering this. Let's go back. All right, so no contract, just $47.45 a month. Who the fuck who came up with that price plan? $47.45 a month for nationwide coverage, roadside assistance, telehealth access. Oh shit, hey bro, they got a South Park episode about this. Like, I forgot the IntelliLink. This is some IntelliLink shit, bro. Unlimited talk, text, and data. No contract. Cancel anytime. International calling to over 230 countries. Trump will proudly be displayed in the status bar as your net. How the fuck he gonna be the status bar? What is it gonna do? What is it gonna do? Ah, man. 100% US-based customer support. Free SIM kit plus shipping. Bring your own phone.
Into people's browsing histories, call history, location data, but I would assume they keep some of that data, and if that is the case, I'd be very concerned given how much, or should I say, how little protection they give to your basic customer information, which should be obviously like under lock and key.
That's exactly right. This is a massive safety concern. Giving your information to Trump Mobile is like covering yourself in raw meat and jumping into the grizzly bear habitat at the zoo. It's a recipe for disaster.
Yes.
So, since they haven't responded to any of us reaching out to try and get it fixed, this is the only option to let people know. Do not place any product orders with Trump Mobile right now. And if you already have, goose is kind of cooked. Sleep with one eye open, I guess. Cold sweats, I don't know what to tell you. There's not a whole lot you can do. We don't know if this is the only individual on the planet that's figured this out, or if it has been exploited by, like, malicious entities that have been scraping this data for dubious reasons, and they just haven't made it known to anyone yet. We have no way of knowing that right now. This individual reached out of concern, and they've been trying to get it fixed themselves to no avail, so then reached out to us to try and get it fixed, and we also got radio silence as well, so there's not a whole lot of other options left. But this appears to be someone that genuinely just wants the problem fixed, and the whole purpose of talking about this is this shit needs to get fixed. This is a huge fucking issue.
Now, among other things that were discovered while realizing that, my address is out on TrumpMobile.com being served up to anyone who knows this security exploit. We also found out that the real number of customer orders is much lower than we thought previously. It had been reported that 600,000 people ordered the T1 phone. Turns out that number was basically made up from thin air, but actually looking at the customer, unique IDs, it looks like the real number of actual customers on this website was more like roughly 10,000 unique customers with roughly 30,000 unique customer phone orders. I don't know if that also includes Trump Mobile itself as a cellular service plan. I'm not exactly sure, but it looks like about 30,000 different orders went through, much lower than previously.
Bro, all he does is lie. Y'all should have known that shit was cap as soon as he told you, because you got to think about it. How many people can afford a new phone regularly? You know what I'm saying? People are typically waiting on that upgrade slide. And even then, you still got to put a down payment on the phone, on a new phone, if you're not just buying it outright.
Reported about 5% actually of what was previously reported.
Yeah, that was a wacky little nugget that came as a result of this
Thanks for that follow, big dog. We love that. We love that.
Individual having access to basically the fucking mainframe of Trump Mobile. They were able to comb through and look at the total number of product orders that were placed, and according to that information, the numbers that have been reported with the 590,000, that's straight fucking horseradish, apparently.
Right, yeah.
Which shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone, because making up numbers has become the bread and butter tactic of anything Trump adjacent.
Basically.
So I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I guess I just really thought that Trump Mobile was more successful with brain dead lobotomites. So this is actually something, I guess, positive. You could look at this positively, there were only roughly 30,000 suckers, and maybe a handful of them were like myself and CoffeeZilla, who were there to try and see what is this piece of shit?
It's just crazy that that's what you guys were doing. Yeah, that's what you guys were doing, and still ended up getting fucked. You can't even make a joke about the motherfucker without getting fucked. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can, because I'm not going to put no money anywhere near Trump. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't get that nigga 50 cents. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. That shit probably turned to dust. On the way down, trying to get into his hand, just fucking dust.
Is it even real? That kind of thing. Investigating it, I guess. Who knows? But it is a much lower number, according to what has been discovered through all this, than what they have been saying it is.
Which might explain why this has been seemingly such a low priority for Eric Trump and the people who are involved in this. It seems like there have been delays, changes, all sorts of stuff. It looks like they're trying to back out of this thing, only to then later say, no, we're actually going to deliver it. At this point, I don't know if it's more just to get this off the legal liability ledger, because it doesn't seem like there's as much interest in this device as was previously reported. And in some ways, it's good, because it means the blast radius might be about 10,000 customers, which is still bad, to be clear, but much lower than was previously thought.
I think that was a great point from CoffeeZilla there, because that would really explain why this has been so low on their list of things to do. They promised a phone a year ago and then just let that fall to the back rooms and hope people forgot about it. And that seemingly did work for a while. People were just more than willing to just forget about it. They got neuralized by the Men in Black.
Right.
Until recently, where it started to bubble over and people started paying attention. Now that the pressure's on, they all of a sudden have this phone that they're ready to start moving on. So, since the number appears to be so much lower than what's reported, that explains why there hasn't been a whole lot of chirping about it. If there were truly 590,000 people that put in $100 on this and never got anything, and still don't have anything yet, by the way,
yeah,
I imagine there'd be a lot more anger and many more people being vocal about it, because it has been, for the most part, pretty quiet. And they've been more than willing to let it stay that way, even changing their terms about if we ever even deliver a phone, if this phone that makes it to production, if you even get a phone, that kind of thing. So that was a...
Wait, I hope they didn't send y'all a letter saying if you get a phone, because what the fuck do you mean if? Come on now.
Really interesting thing that dropped in addition to all of the terrible shit that came with all of this.
So I just wanted to let people know, as one of the people affected, this sucks. I wanted to get it fixed before going public about this, and now it looks like, unfortunately, we just have to report on this. If you're someone from the Trump Mobile team and you're wondering how this exploit works, you can get a hold of me. I've tried to get a hold of the US-based support team and have not received a word back. So,
imagine that.
Yeah, let's get this fixed.
Exactly. Let's get this fixed. Please. We're at the point now where we have to grovel and beg for them to fix a security vulnerability that is exposing their customers' sensitive information. All of it. This should be something that they take seriously and start to move on ASAP. Fingers crossed. Please. This whole fucking Trump Mobile thing, this whole saga, this entire adventure, has been a bafflingly absurd journey. I just can't believe this shit is real. The state of things is fucking. Oh, it's rancid. Anyway, that's really about it. So.
Yeah, bro. I
ain't ballin' like the NASDAQ. I'm Ricky Bobby, you ain't first and then you last, yeah. I shake it, bake it, all my men stick to the plan, yeah. Hope you don't switch up, then I'm